We've got one more lap to go at Talladega. Jeff Gordon completes lap number 187 in the lead. Skinner is second. Kenny Irwin down on the low side in third. Ward Burton up high and losing spots. Can Mike Skinner make a move? And can Kenny Irwin make a move? They're down the backstretch for the final time. Gordon keeps the car low on the racetrack. Nobody makes a move yet. Will anyone make the move before they hit the start-finish line? Now Kenny Irwin looks to the inside of Mike Skinner. Nothing going there. Dale Earnhardt is up on the high side. In the battle for third position. He's got a good run up there.
Remember what Mike Skinner said? He'd wreck his mother to win a race?
Let's see what happens. Gordon has the lead as they come down through the tri-oval. And Jeff Gordon is back. He's going to win the Die-Hard 500.
White flag is out. A mile and a half to go. Last try for Ricky Rudd. Is not going to be enough time for the Hamilton team to get there. Ricky is going to miss his first ever running of the Winston. But at the same time, Jerry Nadeau may well be on the way to his first running of the Winston.
And his second win this weekend.
He won his qualifying race here last night. He wins the 16-lap no bull sprint.
It looks like that Bobby has listened well. He's done a fantastic job here today at Sears.
Down through the chute, corner number 7 for the final time for Jeff Gordon. He started on the pole here last year and won. He started third at Watkins Glen last year and won. He's up through the S's.
Got one downhill, but still he's got to have some fuel. He's got to have some gas to get on back to the start-finish line. But it looks like he's still running good when he comes by our position here.
Well, he was born in Vallejo, California, not too far from Sears Point, and the hometown fans are loving it. The people gathered around us here have their arms in the air cheering for Jeff Gordon. But let's see if he can make it. He's through corner number 11, still appears to have adequate power. And Jeff Gordon comes down and wins his 6th consecutive road course race. Two laps to go on this 3/4-mile track in Richmond. Jeff Gordon leads Dale Earnhardt. If Earnhardt wins, he gets the $1 million bonus. If Jeff Gordon wins, he records his 52nd career victory. There is the No Bull 5 winner if Earnhardt can win the race, but we're on the final lap, and Ted Musgrave has problems, but he gets the car quickly down to the apron of the racetrack. Misses pit road, but that's of insignificance. The white flag is out, and we've got less than a half a lap to go for Jeff Gordon, who started this race in 13th position. And here he comes down to the checkered flag, and Jeff Gordon wins his 3rd race of 2000. The white flag.
One more time, buddy.
One more lap to go in the 2000 NASCAR Winston Cup season. The interval is 1.2 seconds between Nadeau and Dale Earnhardt.
Back it down and coast through this corner.
Back in March of '81, Darrell Waltrip took the checkered flag to win the very first race that we televised on ESPN. And in November of 2000, Jerry Nadeau wins the final race on ESPN.
White flag. Bobby Labonte, bit of smoke as he comes around. He will complete this race.
Jeff Gordon got 1 3/4 second lead. Dave Blaney in 93 in front of him. He just needs to ride there. They keeping him posted what's going on behind him.
Yeah, he's got a lot of lap cars in front of him, but Dale Jarrett still doesn't have a chance to catch him no matter what happens.
Jeff Gordon's winning percentage is going to be about 1 in 5. It's his 260th Winston Cup race, and here comes Jeff Gordon for his 53rd career Winston Cup win.
Actually got strung out pretty quickly here in this 10-lap shootout, and not as much action as we might have anticipated. Gordo's off turn 2 over there. No way that Jarrett's going to catch him.
Jeff Gordon trying to become the second 3-time winner of the Winston.
joining Dale Earnhardt in leading the league in that category. 95 when he led all three segments, 97 and 2001. Jeff Gordon is again a champion.
Flag, and it couldn't come any sooner for Jeff Gordon. Steve Park has closed in to try to make a race out of this, 7/10 of a second back.
He has a clear racetrack for another half a mile. No lap traffic should be a factor.
And Park wishing this race was 5 laps longer. Draws within about 8 car lengths in turn 4, but Jeff Gordon comes off the 4th corner and gets his 54th career victory.
They're side by side at the start-finish line.
Rudd with a car length advantage.
Get up in front of him. You got to get in front of him. You can't let him come back on the outside.
Oh! Rudd just stuck it in too deep at the bottom of turn 1. Lost the momentum. Gordon got the lead. Rudd's coming back.
But that should have been Rudd's last lap move. All right, we're going to see what happened. One more set of corners down in turn 3 and 4. Man, he was there. That would have been for the win if it was on this lap.
If he can get close enough, he might have a shot to try it again. Rudd tries that high side.
I think Gordon knows what he's going to do this time, though. He's going to try to make a run down the hill, Darrell, off turn 4. Let's see what happens. He gets the run. Here he comes. He's going down to the bottom.
Gordon to block, and Gordon to win.
Once again, going right up against an outside retaining wall.
Final lap of the Brickyard 400 is underway. Jeff Gordon out in front of Sterling Marlin by 1 second. He celebrated his 30th birthday here yesterday with family and friends around him. Celebrated with a rather subpar qualifying run that put him back 27th on the starting grid. The car not very good in the opening part of the race. The crew kept working, got the strategy right, got the chassis right, and now Jeff Gordon is 1 corner away from a Brickyard 400 win. The last 3 straight years, the winner of this race has gone on to be the NASCAR Winston Cup Series champion. Jeff Gordon, the point leader, comes off the corner and becomes a 3-time winner of the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis.
Here at Watkins Glen.
Now, this will be interesting right here. Last shot going down to turn 1 for these guys. And here comes Todd. Can't get it done.
Rudd to block. And now the caution is out.
Race fire, Jeff wants the 21 down by the chicane. He's wounded bad.
But once the caution comes out, after the white flag is displayed, you race back around to it. So we're still at full speed. Oh, that's Elliott Sadler crab walking through the inner loop.
He's made some serious contact with the wall someplace. Is he going to be in the way of the leaders as they come by and racing back to the start-finish line?
And did he drop any oil? Burton trying to stay with Gordon. Final straightaway. Look at Elliott Sadler's car. Rear end must be broken out of it.
Burton is really close gap.
Race for 3rd behind the leaders. Rudd trying to get Mayfield. But here comes the road course king, Jeff Gordon. 2nd win in a row, and he takes his 7th road course victory. The white flag is up. Final lap here in Kansas City.
Lap, clear by 4, clear by 5.
5 car lengths. Gordon's spotter telling him he's clear on Ryan Newman. Rusty Wallace trying to challenge Ricky Rudd for 3rd spot behind these 2. Inaugural races have been very, very good for Jeff Gordon. He wanted Indianapolis in the first race there. He wanted California the first race there. Here he comes to the checkered flag. Gordon wins in Kansas City. Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Ken Schrader, Terry Labonte, and that dicing up front has brought a 2nd group up to join this fight.
Ricky Rudd, the 28 car, he's right in there with them.
Schrader fading back on the outside. It was worth the gamble.
Sterling Marlin's in that group.
Now it's Mike Wallace getting shuffled. Here's Ricky Rudd around Terry Labonte into fourth. Final corner. And I don't think Junior's going to have enough. To the start-finish line, second time in his career, Jeff Gordon wins his Daytona 500 qualifying race.
We'll have the white flag this time. Yeehaw!
Two of the youngest drivers in the field. Rookie and a sophomore fighting for the win. Final lap.
And look lined up behind them. 28, 9, 6, 88, 40.
All the over 40 veterans. Yes. Jimmie Johnson in his 13th start, going for his first career win and trying to become the 9th different driver to win a Winston Cup race for Rick Hendrick.
If that thing doesn't quit running on him, he's got it made. Well, watch Kurt Busch drive off in this instant forward. Picks up about 3 car lengths. Jimmie Johnson eases back to that throttle.
Jimmie Johnson off turn 4, 6th in points, leading rookie on the tour, and he's going to win his 13th start.
Here before a hometown crowd of his. What a race.
2 laps to go. Bill Elliott trying to give Dodge its first win at Dover since 1975. That was the day Richard Petty made up 6 laps to win it.
I don't think it, as long as Ricky Rudd keeps going and doesn't hold Jimmie Johnson up, I don't think Bill can do it.
Elliott getting oh so close as they come off turn 4.
It sure is a great run for Bill. I'm proud of old Bill. He's just hung in there all day long. What a great run.
And Darrell, he's driving that thing down in the corner. White flag's out this time.
He ain't leaving anything on the table, I can tell you that. Here he comes up off of turn 2, and he's still closing.
Watch him driving down here in the turn 3 right here.
Oh, up on the outside, he's going to give it that high. He's going to give it that high line. Last-ditch effort here.
Bill Elliott closes, but Jimmie Johnson gains the 2nd victory of his rookie year.
And as I said, the slow of the traffic, I think, caused that right there. Here comes Gordon right up to the bumper again. Did you hear that wheel spin, Benny?
Yeah, I did hear that wheel spin.
The bump and run.
There it is.
Gordon underneath to the lead. 2 laps to go. Can Rusty come back? Jeff better hope not. 31 races since Jeff Gordon has been to victory lane. The much publicized dry spell could come to a close in one more lap around the Bristol half mile. He dominated the opening part of the race, got caught back in traffic after a late pit stop, but the bump and run is going to get Jeff Gordon the checkered flag and the end of the winless streak. Gordon wins the Sharpie 500 at Bristol. A little bit of lap traffic ahead. The next one who catches his teammate Terry Labonte. There won't be any problem there. And he's up by 2 seconds on Ryan Newman. 60,000 here in Darlington. All rise almost as one as the starter Jimmy Howell gets out the white flag. Final lap of the Mountain Dew Southern 500 for Jeff Gordon. Going to be a good day in his attempt to win yet another NASCAR Winston Cup championship. He will have led the most laps today and collect those extra bonus points in his attempt to overtake Sterling Marlin for the title. They got the breakthrough win with the bump and run at Bristol last Saturday night. There'll be no bump and run, but he'll have tamed Darlington Raceway for another time today. Jeff Gordon wins the Southern 500.
Back-to-back races.
He'll come to the white flag next time. Will Jimmie Johnson? He got his first Winston Cup win in his 13th start at California back at the end of April. Picked up his 2nd here in June at Dover. He's trying to score a sweep at the Monster Mile and boost his chances of perhaps winning the Winston Cup title in his rookie year. Final lap, and there's traffic ahead for Johnson.
He gets by Ricky Kragen okay. And I think these cars in front of him, Kyle Petty, are fast enough that Mark will not be able to catch him.
Yeah, it was that side-by-side stuff that was going to get him in trouble.
His 27th birthday was this past Tuesday. There'll be a lot of candles to blow out in victory lane at Dover. Jimmie Johnson sweeps the Monster Mile this season. Here they are, white flag, final lap at Kansas. Jeff Gordon came to this race 1 year ago and picked up the victory. Was part of his stretch drive toward winning the NASCAR Winston Cup Championship. After not finishing 2 of the last 3 races, a Dover crash a week ago and a Richmond engine failure, he said he needed a strong run today to get back in the title fight. He's done it. Jeff Gordon wins the Protection 1 400 at Kansas.
Ricky Rudd's new tires paid off. He restarted 12th. He's up to 10th.
He's battling right now. He's battling Jimmie Johnson, the 48 car. He already went by Rusty Wallace, so he's picked up 4 positions, just 4 laps. The boy drove it in too hard. They were in the tires. Those Mr. Feel-Good for feeling too good.
Got 17 around. Kenseth, the point leader, spins. Gets into
no caution yet. The boy had stacked the field up.
Boy, the cars behind him almost stopped.
They're still not going. It's just so bad because you can't see. And Butch got a flat tire. And
this could be the race. We got leader did not get the caution. There is no caution.
But he's laying right at the bottom of the groove in turn 2. The caution will be out. This will be for the race right here. Come on. This will be for the race. Come on. Dale Earnhardt Jr. He batted Bobby Labonte for second.
Labonte lifted. Junior didn't, but couldn't run over top of him. Here comes Gordon to the final flag.
Look at the battle for 4th, though, Mike. Look at him. They're 3 wide sideways off turn 4.
But Jeff Gordon, the push from Bobby Labonte across the line, is going to win the Virginia 500.
22 to go.
Benson's got actually the 16 car. Those 2 cars look a lot like the 10 and the 16 tonight.
I'm going to tell you what, Joe Nemechek, though, he's starting to stretch it out. But Bobby Labonte, now that he's cleared Dale Earnhardt Jr., all he can really...
Whoa, turn 4! Ricky Rudd.
There comes another car in on top of him.
Mike Skinner. Both those cars were on the lead lap. Caution is out.
Darrell, looked like just where Ricky Rudd would start to get back in the gas, the car came right around on him.
I don't know what happened there. I couldn't tell, but he jerked the window net down real quickly.
And the red flag is being displayed on lap 393. The car stopped over going into turn 3.
Yeah, I don't think I agree. I don't agree with that.
Well, the rain's letting up. It's not raining as hard as it was when this caution flag came out, and it started. It was just a real brief shot. It's coming back at us again. It's over.
Rick Hendrick right there.
Nemechek has his 3rd Winston Cup victory.
There's Rick Hendrick, and I got to tell you, I got to give Rick credit. That man is a chemist. When it comes to putting people together and getting results, he's the best there is.
First short track win for Nemechek. First top 5 finish for him at Richmond in 19 starts.
Tell you what, that 48 car, if he comes back over here next week and runs like that.
One more time, hero.
And as Larry pointed out, it won't be this car. It'll be a better one.
Gordon Chad Canal.
I wouldn't bet on that. I've been down that road before.
You think they'll start to discuss this?
Oh, yeah.
Damn, is it going to be nice. Roll it back into victory lane.
Come on, wait a minute. You got to make another turn here. Don't start counting your chickens.
Boy, Bobby Labonte's going to move to the high side and try to make this pass, but I don't think he'll do it on Kurt Busch.
Last year he won the first 2 segments. This year he wins $1 million. Jimmie Johnson.
The leader in the last 5 races here in the Coca-Cola 600, the leader at the 500-mile mark has failed to win the race. So just because somebody is hanging on there doesn't mean they can cash in.
Yeah, it's starting to rain right now.
Starting to rain at Lowe's Motor Speedway. And again, we're at least official here should they have to stop this. But we have lights and plenty of racing to go. Hollywood Hammond is with me here, and we'll be back on Fox in a moment.
The race is official. Jimmie Johnson won $1 million last Saturday night, and he banks the Coca-Cola 600 tonight.
Johnson's crew says they have enough fuel to get to turn 1 past the checkered flag. White flag, Matt.
Chad Canal's a little concerned seeing the 25 run out. Told his driver, slow down as much as you can.
Half a lap to go for Jimmie Johnson. If it stays under power, he's going to get his 2nd win of 2003. He's got enough pad on Kevin Harvick.
Harvick's in a little bit of traffic right now.
Jack Knaus made the right strategy calls. They had a great car, and Jimmie Johnson wins the New England 300. The last Darlington race that Terry Labonte led more than 6 laps, September 1984. He's out in front now on the white flag lap here in the 2003 Southern 500. Half a lap to go. It's going to be a popular win. Oh, is this going to be popular? You're going to see the crews out on pit road applauding him, the other drivers giving him congratulations. Two-time Winston Cup champion Terry Labonte at age 46 will take the checkered flag and win the 54th Southern 500. That's pretty cool.
All right, way to go, guys. We did it. We did it. Way to go, everybody. Good job in the pits. You guys won the race for us right there.
3 of the members getting hit by another car. They came back to do their job and make the crucial stop when it counted. Jimmie Johnson sweeping New Hampshire International Speedway races in 2003. But let's talk about the man who is about to take the white flag, Jeff Gordon. Last win for Jeff Gordon was here at Martinsville in April. Had some troubles over the summer that dropped him to 6th in the NASCAR Winston Cup Championship standings, 1 lap away from the checkered flag. Good pit work, a good handling car, track position where they needed it. Going to be the recipe for victory today for this 24 team. And a season sweep at Martinsville for Jeff Gordon as he wins the Subway 500 by 1 second over his teammate Jimmie Johnson. What's Kevin LePage's role here? Is he supposed to just move over and get out of the way? And where's he running at? He's last on the lead lap.
I would. I mean, you know, if you're not racing anybody, which he isn't, but he's running pretty fast right now, too. Uh-oh.
Trouble down the backstretch. It's Ryan Newman. Caution is out. Jeff Gordon is the winner in Atlanta.
Jimmie Johnson's so good on the high side off turn 4. White flag this time.
Johnson, I think, said after that charge that Bobby Labonte put on him there a while ago, he said, if that's all you got, that ain't enough.
He may have one more shot, DW.
Jimmie went in a little bit low that time. Here comes Bobby. 18 cars. Just doesn't quite have the steam down the straightaway, but he's going to dive her in here hard, baby. Come on.
I guarantee he'll drive it in down here, turn 3 and 4. He went to the high side, but Jimmie Johnson in the 48 well. He just needs to come nice and straight off turn 4.
Jimmie Johnson, the Lowe Chevrolet. Jimmie becomes the 41st driver to win at Darlington.
These guys are beating and banging. These are all lead lap cars. But Ryan Newman will finish 3rd. Robbie Gordon 4th.
Robbie Gordon in the mix now in 5th place, that bright orange singular car.
Trying to get up with his teammate.
Kevin Harvick.
But look at the outside line. Jamie McMurray in the 42 car. Michael Waltrip in the 15. He's fighting his way back up.
Gordon inches ahead.
Right there is where Junior is so strong. Sailing off into the
trouble.
turn.
1 car around, and it's Brian Vickers.
All right, the caution is out. And we are past the red flag lap. We are past the red flag lap. But remember, the field was frozen when the caution flag came out.
And who at that moment was the leader? We'll have to go back and see.
It would be obviously either Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8 or Jeff Gordon in the 24.
That's what NASCAR was concerned about. A lot of debris on the racetrack.
All Budweiser cans.
However, that debris has come from that section of the grandstand. That's a sad commentary. The fans, of course, they want to see a green flag finish. Safety of the drivers, though, is paramount. And Jeff Gordon will win the Aaron's 499.
Man, it's just going to be too little too late.
White flag for Jeff Gordon, trying to score his 66th career win.
Uh-oh, Bobby Labonte's out of gas. Bobby Labonte's out of gas.
Jeff Gordon still running through the middle of 1 and 2.
Labonte right down on the bottom, but the gap opened up. Can Jeremy Mayfield, Jimmie Johnson, Ryan Newman catch up?
Bobby's out of gas. It's just that he had a little shot, but
Matt.
Jeremy Mayfield came out
says, I feel like I'm out of gas as well. Tank Probus is on the wall for the past 2 laps.
Kane also on pit road.
Both the Abraham cars on pit road. Jeremy Mayfield and Casey Kane.
I was going to say, they're not notorious for getting great gas mileage.
Checkered flag. Jeff Gordon wins it.
We got 1 lap to go.
Easy, Mikey.
Second place still in doubt.
Look at them. They're going to be 3 and 5.
Bobby Labonte in 2. But we stay green.
Caution lights are on. The caution lights are on. The caution lights out.
It's over if they get to the line.
I think Michael got second.
The field was frozen.
And coming to the line, Jimmie Johnson wins his 2nd straight Coke 600.
Jimmie Johnson in the 48. He gets a good run on the high side, though. He's able to complete, stay in front, going down the Long Pond straight.
I like the way Jeremy gets through turn 1 down there. He can get down on the bottom. That's going to get him up beside of Johnson if he doesn't watch out. Hear him? He shifted going into the tunnel. He's been shifted across his short chute, but I think he's letting it all hang out now.
I think he's reaching down, getting everything that car's got, and then some.
Caution's out, buddy. Back
Yellow.
down. Stay up high. Caution is out. Stay up high.
5 to go. Caution is out.
Now the red flag lap is 196. We will be completing 196 now, so I think we're past that window.
They're going to red flag it.
And we're here that Jeff Burton in the 99 car almost simultaneously as Dale Jarrett blew up. We know both those cars had the new engine package.
Looks like the new engine package is 5 miles.
Oh.
He got in the oil. Guarantee you he got in the oil.
Look at this. Can you assist the pace car on the last lap? Come on, I got to go. I got some people to thank. Give that Monte Carlo a push.
But I think you heard Matt Yoakum talking about it earlier. I think what this group has done a wonderful job at is putting Dover, Delaware behind them and working towards Pocono, Pennsylvania, the next race.
That's a cooler that has come out of the stand.
Did you see that? He just threw something down there and hit the flag.
And it hit the assistant flagman. And I hope somebody gets a squad car ride out of here for that one. Security right now is trying to identify the patron who caused that. However, as that happens, Jimmie Johnson, who's finished in the top 15.
Jimmy, stay way down low. They're throwing a bunch of stuff.
All 5 of his Pocono starts.
Racetrack right here at the start-finish line on the inside. They just threw a bottle and hit
Jimmie Johnson is going to score his 9th career victory in his 89th start. All of them on super speedways. Jimmie Johnson wins the Pocono 500.
Of course, that asks the question again. Half a lap to go. Can Jeff Gordon in that 24 car make it?
The good news for Gordon, it's all downhill from here.
Better not sputter. That's all I can tell you. That 42 is close enough that if anything should go wrong.
Down about 1.3 seconds first to second.
Scott Pruitt has backed completely off of his teammate Jamie McMurray now for second.
Boy, look here. Jeff is just being so cautious.
1 corner to go.
And he has every right to be. I mean, he's just driven a flawless race all day long.
McMurray is almost there, but Jeff Gordon will come off turn 12 and score his 67th career Cup victory and his 8th road course checkered flag.
The cake's all dough, boys.
Johnson a look to the bottom. He got the least little bit out of line, and Junior's there.
Look what that did. That let Junior get there. I mean,
but he gives up a lot of ground right there, Darryl.
Yeah.
His car will not turn from the center off.
it's just too tight off of 2 over there. That's where you got to squeeze out the throttle ever so slightly. He's going to get a run at him, but it's going to be too little too late.
Bush is coming, and Mark Martin has a run on Tony Stewart.
Here
At the front
Junior.
four
He's
are
going to
packed together again.
He's going to go the high side, but it ain't going to do him any good.
This lap, this race 5 times has been won by a last lap pass. Jimmie Johnson locked onto his teammate and mentor Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon's DuPont Pepsi Chevy is going to win the Pepsi 400. Free Pepsi Edge for America.
Jimmie Johnson comes off turn 3 here at Pocono and moves to the starter stand for the white flag and begins the final lap of the Pennsylvania 500. unless something goes mechanically wrong on this 48 car in this final 2.5 miles, he's going to cruise to victory. He has been dominant so far today.
Well, I guess he is flying right now.
Last lap, as he came to the white flag, Jimmie Johnson, the only driver on the track to turn a lap time under 55 seconds. No charge for second, but still a great drive for Kasey Kahne to come back from the involvement in the accident and the damaged car. Mark Martin looking to finish second here at Pocono for an incredible 6th time in his career.
And puts him right back in the race to the chase.
Here we come off the third three. Way to go, boys. Back to back again. Thank you.
Play-by-play from the cockpit. Jimmie Johnson comes to the checkered flag and sweeps the Pocono races in 2004. Johnson wins the Pennsylvania 500.
White flag this time. Just one more lap for Dale Jarrett to catch him.
24 just pulls out.
Dominant car all day. Now 1 lap away from a Brickyard 400 win. Jeff Gordon takes the white flag.
Now Elliott is going to do everything he can to make a move on the 88.
Who's off the pace? That's Ricky Rudd. Ricky Rudd with a right front problem. So far, green flag remains out. And they'll race the final half lap back to the checkered flag.
Look at all the blocking going on back there. Who's that blowing up?
Somebody's blowing up in the back. I believe it was.
It is Mark Martin.
Not again.
Elliott Sadler trying his teammate for second. That's all it's going to be, is for second spot. Caution flag is out. The race is over. Jeff Gordon wins the Brickyard 400 for a 4th time. A dominating performance today by Gordon. Came into the chase for the Bristol Cup after leading the championship for a lot of the season. Kind of stumbling when they came into it. 4 of the 6 races before this final 10-race chase. Johnson finished 30th or worse. He's now less than a lap from the checkered flag tonight, and a sweep of the season's races here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Last man to do it at this racetrack, Dale Earnhardt, 1986.
That last lap's a long lap.
Jimmie Johnson finished 35th in his first race here in Martinsville. Since then, though, 6th, 9th, 2nd, 4th. He led 104 laps of the April race here. They did not pit at the end of the race when some others did. The fresh tires beat him. This time his pit crew has been superb. Got him out ahead of Kevin Harvick a little earlier in the race, keeping him in the hunt. And a good driver in a fast race car have gotten them to within 1 lap of their 2nd straight win.
Boy, McMurray is all over it. Got him, bumped him, and moved Ryan up. Now, this ain't over yet.
Now, he's got to go through this corner now, doesn't he?
Now, Newman will drive by and bump him. Try to take the spot back, but McMurray hangs on to it.
Great race for second to the finish, all the way to the checkered flag. But it's going on behind Jimmie Johnson, who picks up his 6th win of 2004.
Awesome job, guys. Awesome job.
White flag is up. Final lap in Atlanta. Jimmie Johnson leading Mark Martin.
Actually, they're a little bit better this time, Jimmie Johnson, but still gained on him just a touch. But Johnson's got it. I mean, unless he makes a big mistake in 3 and 4, car can't go.
This could be 3 in a row for that 48 car.
Buddy, come on. Bring it home. Bring it home. Jimmie, don't do any burnouts, buddy.
The emotions of the victory for Jimmie Johnson. He wins in Atlanta for Hendrick Motorsports. Jimmie Johnson off of turn number 2, the final lap of the final Southern 500 at Darlington. Can he score the victory and close out this racetrack's great history with his name on the winner's trophy and put the exclamation point on a bid for the championship heading to Miami next Sunday? It'll be Jimmie Johnson as the winner of the 55th Mountain Dew Southern 500.